Hi guys, I have some good news today. Well, I think it's pretty good news. From this point onward, I'm probably going to be able to no-live Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 again, so fuck yeah. Basically, I'm going to have my last exam in this Tuesday, and yeah, I kind of care about that, so I'm kind of studying for that, but then again, it's my last exam and I don't really have anything else yet, so summer vacation is kind of already started. So this weekend I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just going to stream lots and lots of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, so I did that. Actually, I might as well actually stream Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 in a bit now. Though I probably shouldn't say that in a video because this is going to be uploaded later, but you know I'm not professional about this. But yeah, anyway, what I wanted to do here was to get the Mainstreet right, and there were actually many people saying, why are you not building roller coasters, that needs to happen too. Well, I just felt like building the Mainstreet first, and the first thing that I did have to do was the pathworks, and as you may be able to see, or as you're going to see in quite a bit now, is that this actually took quite a bit of messing around and changing the colors to brown and then changing them back again, and then realizing that I want a different texture and stuff like that. And in hindsight, I really should have just looked at that after I finished the entire thing, because it's really hard to judge things when it's not completely finished yet. And I should probably do that with paths as well. But to be very honest, when I just made these paths the way I'm looking at it right now, it doesn't really look too great, but in the end, it's going to be worth it. It's definitely going to work. But you'll see that in a bit, because like I said, I've been pretty much no-lifing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, and I think I haven't even talked about the good news yet. Damn, I am such a digressor of terrible things in my commentary. Yeah, mainly the reason for that is the fact that, like I said, I have summer vacation and I'll be able to no-live shit, and that means that I am going to no-live Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, at least that's the way I feel about it right now. Also, I messed up on these paths terribly. I had no idea what the inside and the outside of paths were. But yeah, that's not what I should be talking about. What I should be talking about is the fact that I have been playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 no-live, and that means that I have pretty much a lifetime supply of time lapses right now. And as I am speaking, the Mainstreet is actually almost finished. There's just a couple of buildings that still need to be built, but we're almost moving on to the rest of the park. That being said, the Mainstreet will take about 5 Let's Play episodes, and possibly quite a bit more, because I want to be perfectionistic about this park. And it's probably not going to result in the best time-lapses ever. It's going to be quite a pain, actually, to go through all those time-lapses with all that experimentation and things. But, yeah, one of the issues that I had with Rose Gardens was that it was focused on the time-lapse recording. And even though the videos, of course, are quite an important point, I actually make these videos because I enjoyed playing the game and I enjoyed building this park. And I just so happened to record it. And that's also the kind of idea that I went into this park with, is just to do whatever I felt like doing and just completely ignore the fact that I was recording and that this was going to be turned into a time-lapse. And the good part about this is that one issue that I had with Rose Gardens was the fact that, you know, sometimes it was focused on time-lapses rather on the final result, and it just turned into nice time-lapses, but sometimes the result wouldn't be all that great. And I usually didn't stick around to certain areas to experiment with new sets and experiment with new ideas, and generally just fiddle about with certain things until I felt happy about them, and just kept them the way they are because I felt like it would be a waste of time lapses. And I'm going to disregard that and just work on things regardless of whether it should be a good recording or not, because I want to work towards a final result rather than good time lapses. So yeah, I'm sorry on my behalf if these time lapses turn into terrible things, and if I procrastinate things in the streams, or mess up things, or start experimenting with stuff that I really shouldn't do, that the time lapses turn out to be weird somehow. It is about the final results that I really want to get done. And so far, actually, I like it more than the past 2 parks that I've built so far, but I shouldn't reveal too many things. But yeah, I'm going to be releasing quite a bit of videos, stuff out there. Possibly every 2 days. I kind of want to release 1 video every 2 days, at least for the next upcoming period. And if I do miss out on that, I'm probably going to release like 2 videos in 1 day or whatever to make it up. But I just want to get as much as I can, because I'm playing this game so much, and if I don't start commentating over things and start rendering and editing things, then I'm going to have more videos on my PC than I have hard drive space for, and that doesn't even exist. So I can't even record anymore if I keep up the speed of streaming and stuff like that. So I might actually be forced to work on other things just because I don't have any space on my computer left anymore. Yeah, that's pretty much the kinds of things that I've been dealing with. That was a terrible stream of consciousness. I'm very sorry for if that was very confusing. I am terrible at speaking in a coherent way if I actually really want to do it. It's terrible. Anyway, this is just some of the last pathworks. This is kind of the last thing that I wanted to get done. And this is going to be the entire main street. It's not going to be longer, it's not going to be wider. This is it, and this is going to be the area where I'll have the buildings as well. So that is pretty small, but then again, I want to keep this park to not be too big. I don't want to blow it up as much as Disney blows up this stuff. The kind of thing that I want to go for, and this is actually a cool thing that I've heard about in the comment sections and in the streams and everywhere basically, is I want to go for something Disney-ish. But then again, we all know how Disney likes to be really big and stuff like that. And Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 doesn't appreciate that, so I'm going to make it slightly smaller than the average Disney park. And I also want to get some influences from, example, Europa Park in there. Actually, Europa Park is a pretty big influence on this park. So the thing that I want to do is I want to get some good big roller coasters in this park as well, kind of like Europa Park, or at least one of them, at least one of them. And very likely some kind of B&M. A B&M invert would be a cool idea, maybe a flyer, but I'm not really sure. And somebody posted a wing rider as well, so yeah, I'm kind of just coin tossing between those three things. You can't even coin toss between three things, but you get what I mean. By the time that I start building that thing, I'm just going to go with whatever fits the theme that I want to have best, or whatever works best in the park, or simply whatever I feel like. Maybe I'll do all of them, but probably not. That's quite a lot of coasters in just one park. And anyway, this is the first building. Should I talk about this building? I feel like I should, because I almost feel like I have some kind of relationship with this building. It's just a building that I find so cute. Whenever I look at it, I just feel like, oh, nice building. Just look at that little fellow. I know that's really stupid to say, but it's just that one building, that first building, in which I was just kind of messing around and just looking at the new sets, and I just downloaded Mainstreet 7 and 8. I never used to have those sets. I have no idea why. I've had all of the other Mainstreets for years now, but I haven't had the other ones. So I decided to get those two, and I was like, this is actually pretty good. There were actually some pieces in there that I've always wanted. So all of the complaining about Shy Guys Mainstreet, by the way, is now undone because I completely forgot about the fact that 7 and 8 also exist as sets. But yeah, the reason why I like this building a lot is because it was that first test building. It was that small test to see if the main street would actually work with this kind of path work over here and the entrance. And this building pretty much proved to me that yes, it does kind of work. And I like the shape and the colors. Though honestly, you can just chalk that up to random luck, I guess. I really didn't know too well what I was doing. Like I said, it was just a bit of an experiment and to see where I wanted to be heading. And I just wanted to get that blue colored wall over there because that was something that, you know, many European countries have in some of their buildings. And I wanted to get a red roof because that's the same kind of thing. And then it just turned out that that worked so well with the Main Street set. Like, usually you don't really want to mix blue and red in buildings, but this very light, washed out kind of blue works surprisingly well with the red dark colors. So I am really happy about this building in hindsight, and I say that too many times, but yeah, I'm pretty happy about this building, and it pretty much proved to me that this Main Street might actually work out, and in the pretty near future, I guess you can judge if it really works yourselves, but I'm pretty happy with it so far, and this is really the only building, along with some other random kind of Transylvanian building, that I'll be building in this episode. And in the next episode, I'll be focusing on some other buildings as well. Generally, most of the time that's going to be spent in the next 5 episodes is just going to be buildings on the main street. Because, you know, you have to get all those details done, but also I want every building to have some kind of individual quality that the other buildings don't have. So I don't want to use the same sets on just the same buildings all over the main street. Also, I was pretty happy about this building, about the fact that the Station Gym's Western Things 2, I think that's the name of it. Whatever it was his Western set. worked out really well on those arches. And I was pretty lucky to just randomly think of the fact that those things had arches and that they might work, and that they actually did work. So yeah, I'm pretty damn happy about that building. Probably should stop talking about that, but it raised my expectations for the rest of the main street, and then I didn't meet them because all of the other buildings didn't really work out as well as that first one. But I guess you'll see that all in the next episode. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.